to the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show, that's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
And we're live from the studio here on a Monday. Welcome to All Around Town Radio's Weekend Update. Yes, it is. It's that time right now.
It's the Weekend Review.
It is.
Top 5 are coming for you. We're speaking with the fans. Sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're covering who's playing out off the open jam with the Who's Who of Talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With
All right, I think we're good to go here. I think we are. Welcome to the broadcast, vlog, stream, whatever you want to call it, for Monday, September the 16th, 2024. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Somebody give me a sound check out there, if you will. I'm still struggling with the old board here. At times, the level, the sound, the mic sound. If it sounds all right, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know too. Thank you, Sweet Sister Mercy, for that wonderful theme song. We appreciate that. As Mark Robinson says, show. There they are. All right, welcome to the program, everybody. It is Monday. It's our weekend update. Got a lot to talk about. How was your weekend? Did y'all do all right? I hope so. Hope you had a good time. Yes, Billy says sounds good. Sound check working, Dewey set. All right. What's up, Bob Klein? Jimmy Kilroy. Bob, you're on here all the time. Give me a good sound. Anita says awesome sound. All right. The theme song doesn't sound so well on the Book of Face. It sounds much better on the YouTube channel. I don't know why that is. Any of my people out there who know why, tell me, but I don't know. So welcome, folks, to your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more, and your home for everything music here at All Around Town Radio. Don't forget to hit the little share button throughout the week on our programming. Share it with your music-loving friends and invite them to like our page. We'd love that as well if you can make that happen. We would love that. We would. Trying to get the board back where it needs to be there. All right. Let's see who's checking in today. Let's see who's here. Well, we got all kinds of people. Let's see. Ed Sawicki in the house, photographer to the rock stars. How are you, Ed? Good to see you. Good evening. Is it evening? Yeah, it's close, isn't it? Fast Lane Productions in the house. Mr. Rick Kern in the house. Got to see him yesterday. What a show we're going to talk about there. Johnny Fink in the house. What's up, Johnny Fink? Jimmy Kilroy, Chief. Thanks, John. I gave that up 10 years ago. I did. Jimmy Kilroy's with me. Anita is here. Thank you, Anita. Kevin Cooper. Thank you, Coop. Diana Halligan says loud and clear. Billy says sounds good. Thanks for the sound check, people. I appreciate all you sound engineers checking in. Jimmy Kilroy saying all right. Carl says sounds great on Facebook. Okay, well, good. Good. All right. David Linda, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Jim McCarthy. Looks and sounds good on YouTube. Well, it sounds good. It doesn't look good because I have a face for radio. Keep that in mind. Bob says loud and clear. Thank you, Bob. Yes. Everybody's saying hi today. How you doing? Shane, how are you? Does anybody know Anita who's saying hi to everybody? Yeah, I don't think we do we? Yep. Let me know if you know Anita. If anybody knows Anita, you've got 5 seconds to chime in. Yes. And then Anita making too many hello comments to people. Steve, how are you? Thanks for being here, Steve Stein. All right, let's roll it today, guys. Lots and lots to talk about. She's a bot. Thank you. Thank you for that. Bye-bye. Gone. Okay. Anita Delita. That's what we're going to call her. Delita Anita. Yes. Anita, make her disappear. I did. So hopefully you won't see her anymore. I can hit the old block button right on a comment. That's what's cool about this streaming platform. It is. All right, let's get started, guys. We're going to talk about what's going on this week and what happened this weekend, and also get to some of your user comments earlier. If you don't care, we're going to mention some of those that you dropped in our page and let us know who you saw play over the weekend. I had a minimal weekend of music, and when I say minimal, the shows I saw were fantastic, but I didn't get out like I normally do every damn night of the weekend because it was kind of family weekend. We needed that after a long summer. So I took a little family weekend, had a little fun, but I want to kick back a little bit if I can and go back to, and I'm looking for your comments, guys, as they come in here. Jimmy Kilroy, I'll drop those up there. Shane says, Mrs. Roboto. Yes. Oh, no, Mrs. Roboto. So I want to talk about last Thursday, first of all, on the show. The week before, we had 20,000 views. It was the best ever, and plays or views, whatever they're calling it now. It's probably a 1 second play, but I'll take it. And this week, in typical Book of Face fashion, we got up to about 2,200 and got shut down. And then it said this video will be available soon, and it was never available. So I posted the YouTube version on our page and got some views on that, and we appreciate that. But nothing like we get on the Book of Face. Hi, Seven West. Sorry I missed your show on Friday. I heard it was a humdinger, as they say. Thank you, Jim Kilroy, for that. Hi, Kara. Thanks for dropping by today. And so, yeah, 2,200 views. That's not what we're used to, but thank you for those that shared and did all that. And then thanks to the Book of Face for nothing, as always. God, it's can I say shit show? It's a shit show on Facebook most days. It is. Sorry for anyone whose kids are listening. But it's a show. Trying to keep up with all their changes and their crap and stuff. And I know we bitch about it a lot, but man, it's frustrating. It's hard to keep this rolling when every time you hit a roadblock. Seven, I'm glad it was a wonderful time, buddy. I really wish I could have been there, but I was out with the grandkids. We had grandkids night, and if you follow my personal page, you've seen the pictures that they love to take with Grandpa. The selfie queens, they are. They're so much fun. So follow us on social, Twitter. We're on there. It's called the X, but we don't do much there. We are on the Tick of Talk now. I'm just learning that a little bit, and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, obviously. And don't forget all our programming that we have. Obviously, Thursday, our Who's Playing Out segment. Every Wednesday with the band, which will be the Corn Stand Jam this week at noon on Wednesday. And Tuesday, if you have something about the local music business that you want to have addressed that just sticks under your fingernails like bamboo, send it to Karis and I, and we'll make it a hot topic and talk about it. We've been having some great engagement on that show and a lot of fun with that every week. Yeah. Every week. It's so much fun. Diana, she had a date with a couple thousand people at the Signs of Life show, River's Edge. Good deal. Glad that went off all right. And man, the weather's been perfect for outdoor stuff, but we need some rain, folks. I hate to wish that on anybody having an outdoor show, but we need rain bad. And thank you, Seven West. I appreciate that. Your kids do too. They got a cool grandpa. They do. Haven't seen Jeff in a long time, but he's cool. He is. Dewey was watching Diana run around the stage at Signs of Life with her camera. She was up there nearly the whole show. Yeah. For a woman that just had surgery, Diana, great work. All right, let me get going. I got a lot to talk about. I want to get into it here. Back last Wednesday at Heather's, thank you to the awesome 28 teams and over almost 200 players I think we had that helped us with a September 11th tribute show at Name That Tune. Kicked that off with Mr. Brandon Harvey from Party Punch singing the national anthem. He absolutely wowed the crowd with that one. Yeah, I mean, just amazing, amazing singing, Mr. Brandon Harvey. And thank you for that, Brandon, if you're watching or watching later. We appreciate that. And just a great fun time. Had some great rounds of music and enjoy that. That was week, gosh, what is it? Week 26, I think, that we're into already this year. We're going all the way through November with that one. So join us. If you haven't been there yet, join us. So busy summer family week, as I said. Friday night, didn't do, Thursday night, took the night off. Friday night with the grandkids at the Tin Cap in Wilmington. Our son lives out there. So we went to Wilmington and met up with them and had a great time. Great food, by the way. Try the Hatch chili mac and cheese with brisket on it. I'm telling you, Fat Man was happy right here. So also didn't know what was going on there, but we're out on the patio and all of a sudden they start music bingo of all things. And I had a chance to play a couple rounds with Jammin' Jimmy from Daggett Trivia. And Jimmy did a great job. Daggett Trivia in the house. And we had some great times, played a couple rounds of music. But I will say, for those of you that play Name That Tune, this one definitely levels the playing field because most people that win Name That Tune are music aficionados. I mean, they know everything. They step into the world and they just know every song and they can kill it. This one, the old guy here knew every song except one. I knew every song, but they got to be on your bingo board to win. So if they're not on your bingo board, you're screwed. So it's interesting. And Kara says, Rob, yes. Yes, Rob is one of those. Rob is one of those photographic memory. He's heard a song and he never leaves his head. And he's so diverse, too, with all the songs he knows. I mean, from every genre and everything. That's cool. Rob's a force. He is. And Kara, she's along to have a drink or two and contribute a song here and there if her team would believe in her more often. Tessa, how are you? Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about you here in a minute. So that was our Friday night. I want to move on, though, to Saturday. Had a chance Saturday to be the voice of the Miracle League at Miracle Field in Springboro. It's a baseball league, or I'm sorry, a softball league, so to speak, for disabled individuals. And had a young kids game in the morning at 10 o'clock, and then an older kids game in the afternoon that happened about noon. And when I say kids, teenagers as they get older, and the younger kids are the little ones. And what a rewarding thing that is. Every chance I get, I can go do that. I will do that. I get to announce the kids. They all have walk-up songs that we play for them. They all have nicknames and such. And it's just so rewarding. And it's also a break for the parents who work with these children every day of their lives and have a chance to sit in the stands. And the Springboro the girls basketball team was there to be the buddies. They're buddied up and paired up with a buddy at these games so the parents can have a break and just watch. And these young ladies from Springboro High School, what a class act. And they just took the time and worked with these kids. And some of them in wheelchairs, some of them not, but all of them with some form of disability. And, nobody gets an out. Everybody bats, everybody runs the bases, and the last batter in the round gets a grand slam home run. And it's so much fun to watch and so much fun for me to be the voice of it. So what a wonderful time that was on Saturday. Got a chance to do that. And then Saturday night, took a little trip down to Springboro to Heather's. My go-to, as you all know, for summer music, because we get the opportunity to go to Heather's. And the dog's deciding to bark now. Hi, dog. So Heather's, I can see a diverse group of bands. And I got to see Shuffle, who made the trip all the way to Heather's. And I will tell you that Shuffle definitely brought it. They did. If you haven't seen Shuffle, look them up on the Book of Face. Follow their page. Has anyone out there seen Shuffle? If you have, raise your hand or say something. Hi, Eric. How are you? Thank you for being here. I'm going to have to go out and take care of a dog here in a minute. But yes. Man, where are we getting all this stuff today? Do I do requests? We do not do requests. We do not play music because they don't allow that on the Book of Face or YouTube if it's copywritten. So no. Hi, Pam. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. So Shuffle, let's talk about him. Jamie Ellis, bass guitar and vocals. Scott Hunley, rhythm guitar and vocals. Jared Parker, lead guitar and vocals. Tessa Ellis, vocalist, and Ethan Adams on drums. This is a band and their fans that travel. Some of them upwards of 2 weeks. 2 weeks, no, 2 hours. I'm sorry. I'm looking at that comment, seeing if I need to delete one of them here. 2-hour trip for some of these folks. And got to see Savannah, who played in the Miracle League game, who was there dancing on the dance floor. So I got to see Savannah twice. And that was so much fun. She's awesome. But I will say this band has such a wide variety of music they play. They're entertaining. I was talking to Heather. Heather was stuck in the kitchen. She had an employee had to call off or something. So she was working the kitchen that night. And we were talking about this band. She just dearly loves this band. And I've got some set list songs. I'm not going to give you all of them, but I'm going to tell you some stuff. I mean, everything from Elle King to Walk the Moon to Adele to Luke Combs to Harry Styles. Let me see if I can get some more up here. I've got more on the list if I can. Yes. Kings of Leon, Eminem, Foo Fighters, Blink 182 in there. Alice in Chains, Tom Petty. What else? Corey Taylor, Marilyn Manson in there as well. Brothers Osborne. They're just so diverse in their music. And Toby Keith in the mix. Sir Mix-a-Lot in the mix. Nickelback. Everybody loves Nickelback. Don't they love Nickelback? You guys love Nickelback? Raise your hand if you do. Billy Idol was in there. Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life. I love that tune. And just I can go on and on and on. Hate Myself for Loving You. Fortunate Son, which they killed as well. Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus tune. So a fun band with great stuff like Jimmy Eat World, The Middle, and Redneck Woman. Gosh, I can go on and on and on and on about this band, but I loved to see them. I didn't get to spend the entire night there, but what's cool about it is they bring an entourage of people. And yes, Tessa, she was great to watch dance with you, by the way. And Bob Klein says, kudos to Shuffle for traveling. Bands open up so many new opportunities by doing this. Yeah. And it's tough sometimes. And we see this a lot. And I see a lot of Cincinnati bands come north and the crowd's just not there. Shuffle brought their crowd. And I mean, their crowd traveled. So really, really cool stuff. Thank you, Stephanie, for saying you love Shuffle. I appreciate that. And who else? Is that Casey? Is it Cassie? I'm sorry, Cassie. She said Shuffle is awesome. Awesome. Good. Thanks for the comments. And they're just one of those bands that's fun to watch. And Tessa, your showmanship, so to speak, on stage is amazing. And the rest of the band too. They're diverse in their vocalists. They go deep in the vocals and everything else. So really good stuff. Heather's is a tough venue sometimes for the volume level. And I will say it's pretty loud, but it's all driven by the drummer in the band. It is. It's all driven by the drummer. So if the snare is super loud, everybody else got to get up over that. And with being in a tent like that with a big top covering the patio, that snare travels like a rocket ship to the back of the room. So, that's if I could give any piece of advice to anybody that plays Heather's, it is get there in time to do a quality sound check and make sure you put somebody in the back of the room and let that drummer go at it like he would during the show and see what happens. Because if you're ever playing there and you notice that the crowd is all sitting in the furthest back tables everywhere, it's probably loud for them. Now, I will say Shuffle had plenty of people in the middle of the room. They brought their crowd and had it, but it can get a little loud in there at times. So just keep that one in mind. Shuffle did a remarkable job and fantastic entertainment. And Tessa, thanks for coming over and saying hi. Appreciate that very much. And taking the moment out of your break to do so after you were through cutting it up on the dance floor with everybody, which I dearly love as well. So that was our Friday night. If you haven't yet, guys, please follow Shuffle on the Book of Face. That is SHUFFLE, right? Did I get that right? I hope I got it right. Follow Shuffle on the Book of Face, if you will. I'm getting something up on the screen here, and then I'll get back with you on our next one. So that was Saturday night. A lot of fun. And thank you to Shuffle for a great evening of music. I was actually going to go a couple more places and then ended up heading home after Shuffle. So they did it for me. Great job that night. And we appreciate them. Hi, Jill. Thank you for being with us. And also, Tessa, thank you for that comment. And yeah, you guys, every time I've been around you guys, you have this crowd that follows you, and that's so cool. And there's Shuffle commenting in the mix, guys. So if you want to go to their page and follow them, all you have to do is tap on that comment, and it'll take you there. And yes, and the food at Heather's is always good. I saw you making a comment on our page about that earlier. And great, amazing food at Heather's always. So I got to move on. I'm running out of time, and I want to talk about this next one here, and then we'll get to some user comments and follower comments about their weekend in music. But Sunday, I got the absolute honor of being in the presence of Rapid Fire, a salute to Judas Priest. And, you know, Judas Priest isn't everybody's bag. And many people, when you talk to them about Judas Priest, they know they know breaking the law and some of that stuff. This band, I have to say, Bill, if you're still on here, Bill made a comment to me at the show, which it resonated with me, that Judas Priest may have recorded these songs and written these songs, but they did them as well, if not better. And I think that's very true. And he said, I'd rather go, instead of seeing a national act, I'd rather go see something like this that just wows me. And I will say, Bill, you were absolutely correct. And there's Bill's lineup for the week. And good deal. And love it. Oh, Tim Butterfield, man, he does a great job on the lighting. He does. And you got to see Denim Deluxe too, and that. Hi, Dirk Turner. So let me talk about this Judas Priest thing. And I will say Rick Kern has, every time I've seen him, he says, man, you got to come see my Judas Priest tribute band. And I've missed it at the Blue Note, and I missed it at other places, and it really bugged me. But this one just happened to be right in our wheelhouse for being there to do this. And with some other things that were going on in some other places that I was for the day. So it matched up perfectly. And first and foremost, any event at the Bell and the Bear is stellar. The crowd that comes in there is a music crowd. They want music. Now the Bengals were on, the Browns were on, all that stuff was happening on the TVs, but these people were there to hear live music. And what a day of music it was. Tim Keys, guitar, vocals, obviously. Rick Kern, guitar, vocals. Brian Broomall on bass. And is it Stefan or Steven Schwartz? I think it's Stefan on drums. I don't know Stefan, but unbelievable. And Ted says great tribute. But Rick, I can't say enough about your band. First of all, you're all rock stars. And Stefan, okay. Stefan is it then. There it is. And I can't say enough about your band. Anything you guys touch, you, Tim Keys, I mean, anything I've ever seen with you guys, the Eagles Project is off the hook good. This is amazing, folks. If you like the music of that era and Judas Priest and the vocal ability that everyone had in this band that sang was just blowing me away. Rick, I don't know what kind of magic pliers you use to pinch something and get those high notes, but wow, that was absolutely cool. And I mean, let me throw some of this. Electric Eye heading out to the highway. I've got their set list in front of me, thanks to Billy, by the way. And Grinder, Breaking the Law, Metal Gods, Rapid Fire, their namesake song, obviously. Devil's Child, Hellbent for Leather, Delivering the Goods, Diamonds and Rust, Running on the Wind, Desert Plains, there you are, Mr. Ted Martin. And yes, Freewheel, let's see, Another Thing Coming, Beyond the Realm of Death, Living After Midnight, Some Heads Are Gonna Roll, and Victim of Changes was the 90-minute set that we got to be a part of there on Sunday. And what a set it was. It was just killer. I don't know. You know, I've often wondered why you guys aren't on the road with these things. There are tribute acts out there doing tributes that are not nearly at the level you guys are at, especially the Eagles. And they're traveling the country. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to do that, but you could do it in a heartbeat and blow everybody away. You're that talented. And yeah, Bob, there are many tributes out there doing it as well. Or, you know, the originals, unfortunately, age gets to you in the road and everything else, and it takes away from that. But if you saw any of that, any of that fight show over the weekend, you know what I'm talking about. The road and traveling can do some things to you, but it's the way it is. And yes, Dewey says Beyond the Realms of Death is always a highlight. And what'd you say, Jill, here? Jill, I'm going to tell you, if you love the Eagles Project, and I'm gonna message you every time they're playing somewhere, because I know your era of music, and if you love the Eagles, you've got to go see the Eagles Project as well. Yes. And, you know, we were talking about that, Dewey, your comment. There are so many bands in the tri-state that just absolutely kill it. And I think Bill and I were having that conversation about we're so fortunate and blessed to have this music in our backyard. John Michael from Crown Watts was sitting there with me, and we were talking about it as well. And we said, you know, it's so fortunate, and it's not like that in other cities. You go to other cities, you talk to people. How's the music community here? How's the live music scene? You know, that's what you get. Not much. But Cincinnati, Dayton, Cincinnati, Dayton, into Indiana a little bit. Just some great music venues and great musicians out there who take great pride in what they do. And no sweat, Rick. Yes, I can't say enough about you and your voice. And dude, I don't know how many years you've been playing, but I stepped around the back of the stage there to take a photograph. Your monitor is so freaking loud, dude. It's so freaking loud. Yeah, it's loud. I know you like those wedges and all, but it's loud. It's really loud. And you know, I'm around loud music all the time, but you are exceptionally loud with your monitor. Not that it bothered anybody, because the sound was great, but definitely you're deaf, Rick. I got to say that. I'll just say it. Yes, there were other musicians in the house. John Michael from Crown Watts, Chris Reese from Dat Band, Jamie Combs, Cincinnati's #1 musician for the last 4 years. All that was going on. And so Chris Reese said it once, the Bell and the Bear is the place where musicians come to watch other musicians play. And it's the truth. It's a family. Sat with Karis as well that afternoon, and we just had a great time. And I am not sure. Rick can tell you, Dewey, who ran the sound for Rapid Fire. It was not Mark, but Mark Branford was there. And luckily, everything went well with the sound. They had a little hiccup with the sound the night before with that band, and got it fixed and all that in the Bell. Bell's got a great sound system, but you got to know how to run it and those kind of things. And you got to know what you're doing with it. I do want to say a couple more things, though, about Rapid Fire. They play quite a bit in the area, especially like at the Blue Note and places like that. Watch for a show. If you're a fan of Judas Priest, go. Because, you know, Judas Priest isn't going to be around forever, obviously. Their songs will be timeless, but these guys will be around for a while. So check them out and enjoy what you hear, because it was a great afternoon of music. The 90 minutes I was there to hear that sound and to hear those guys play was just phenomenal. It is perfection. And yeah, Bill, how many musicians can go from Eagles to Judas Priest and be that good? Amen to that. That's because they're rock stars. And, you know, I've watched Tim Keys play for years. Obviously, Rick in other projects, they just, when they hit the stage, they can make it happen. And they made it happen there. And Melanie got to see Gina and Johnny Band, Mansion Hill. Very good. And Dano Clems, he's our guy. Longtime Prisoner sound man. Okay. There you go. That makes sense. And Mark Bransford is instrumental in keeping that Bell system up and running the way it should. And he's a great guy as well. If you know him, he mixes for Crown Watts and some other projects out there. But yeah. Rick, thank you again, my friend. I appreciate you. I wish we had more of a chance to talk, but you were busy and all your fans were gathering around to have their boobs signed and all those things that you rock stars do. So I cut out, but thank you so much for the invite and being a part of that yesterday. It was so much fun. And Wednesday, November 27th, Rapid Fire with Pantera tribute at the Blue Note. There you go. How about that, Dewey? Thanks for that shameless plug for that show. I appreciate it. And Corona says our band's been shaking it up for the past 3 years doing new venues. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, if there's a trio or bigger out there looking for a gig on Saturday, I'll say it out loud. Mr. Burroughs Tavern had a cancellation. They messaged me a little bit ago, and I put it out to our gig submission group that everybody sends us their stuff for the Thursday list. But if you're interested, contact Mr. Burroughs Tavern Springboro on the Book of Face, and you might get yourself a show. You might. Yes, Jill, you guys would be partying it up. Hey, I got a couple minutes here. I got to run through some things. Thank you, Rick Kern, for being on here. Billy, thank you so much for that set list. And thanks to Karis for another great show at the Bell and the Bear, bringing it there as she always does. She's a rock star too. And we'll be there for Women Helping Women coming up here. Watch for that. We're going to do a show about that on our Wednesday with the band, and then we'll be there. I'll be emceeing that show along with a few other folks that are there to help. And we're going to make some big money like we've done in the past. Let's see. Kara saw Abe's Lincoln over the weekend. I'm looking at some of the comments here. Craig Ballard played with Paisley Kane at Chamberlain Park and Deer Park. Let's see. Who else? Kelly got to see Venice Boulevard and Glen Allen Trio at Audrey's Frogtown Tavern. And Friday night, Turntable at MVP. Patricia Hall got to see my sister from another mister. Tell Me Lies, the Fleetwood Mac experience at the Murphy Theater in, that's a great name for a Fleetwood Mac tribute band. It is. And yes. And Bill's page, he's throwing a shameless plug in, but I'll throw one in for him there on the screen. Go to his page. You can watch videos of Rapid Fire and their salute to Judas Priest on his Facebook page. So follow Bill and you'll do it. Thank you, Jill. And George Orr got to see My Girl Friday, he said. Scott Albrecht from Wild Frontiers, he went out and supported live music with Full Throttle at Norwegian Wood at Kettering VFW and Britches Down at Kings Point Pub. Wendy Gullett got to see Liars for Hire at the Beer Fest at the Green. John Norcus, he's in Crying Out Loud. He saw the Fries at Dancing in the Street in Miamisburg. Nan Longman said she got to see Stranger, one of my favorite bands, at Hot Wings Fest in Grove City this Saturday. Monica Roos saw America's Fleetwood Mac experience in North Park at Springboro. Shane Kin got to see Ithaca at Rip Rap, Flashback Band, and Moonstone. David Linda saw Black Sabbath tribute in Fountain Square. He said it was cool. Wandered onto it. And so many more there. So many more. Vinyl Countdown got a shout out. Several shout outs. Mad Beach Mafia got a shout out in St. Pete, Florida. They got to see him. Side Piece was also in the mix. Abe's Lincoln again. Ringo Starr played the Phrase and sold that out over the weekend on Sunday night. And yes, Nicholas Clay. Who else? Man, the Brass Tracks Band at Burrowfest and Asia. The Steely Dan tribute at the Hidden Gem on Sunday. Wow, look at all these. So many people. Thing one, thing two. Got a shout out from Eric. Thank you, Eric. And Big Mother getting a shout out. Scotty Bratcher got several shout outs. He played the Village Theater this weekend and also JD Legends. And who else? I got time for a couple more. The Bel Airs did a big show over the weekend. Not Leaving Sober, Wildwood, this past weekend. All right. And Mike Reeder, thank you. Mike's been on the show several times from the Village Theater. He talked about Scotty Bratcher Band with the Mud Pies. Thank you for that. So that's some of the folks. You can go to our page and read all those if you want. Thank you for that. Tim Butterfield did lights for Signs of Life. And thank you, Tim, for submitting that one as well. Desolate in the house. Thank you for being here. Guys, I want to appreciate you for coming by and being a part of All Around Town Radio. I also want to say a big shout out. Something I could not make over the weekend due to other obligations, but Heath Bowling had a benefit at the Franklin Golf Course. There were so many musicians who came together to support that, and they raised about $4,000, a benefit for his father who passed away. So that sounded like a great community event as well in the music community. So good for that. There's Shane DeMoss. He was there actually playing. Thank you, Shane, for dropping by. Send your gigs. I'll remind him this week. Yes. And Dewey said Tim did a great job on Saturday. Tim is the ultimate light dude, man. I'm telling you, he is so good. So good. So, guys, we'll be here tomorrow. Karis has a big topic tomorrow. I'm not going to give it away. If she wants to give it away tomorrow, she can. She's got one that is stuck hard. It is. So, make sure you join us at 5 for Hot Topic Tuesday tomorrow. Wednesday with the band is the Corn Stand Jam, who will be here on Wednesday at noon. And then I'll be emceeing that event along with a great band lineup we'll talk about on Saturday. That's going on at River's Edge in Hamilton. So Dewey wants me to leak it. Yeah, no leaks today. I'll leave that one up to Karis. For real. And yes, Jim McCarthy said he saw Scott Hall at the Bell and the Bear. Thank you. Did you have a Hall Around Town sighting? You know, you get a free bottle of water for that sometimes. You do. Or a sticker. And ELO at Riverfront Coliseum Friday night. Yeah, that's I had several friends go to that show and they said it was amazing. So good deal. Thanks for being with us today, guys. Hope you had fun with us. We had a blast with you. We'll see you next time here at All Around Town Radio. Join us tomorrow live at 5 for Hot Topic Tuesday. Joy and Judgment with the beautiful Karis and the face for Radio, Scott. See you then. Bye, everybody.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So All Around Town Radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So All Around Town Radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio show. The All Around Town Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent.
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 are coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing?